I added this small lift kit to my Miata. It's a 3/4 inch, and I thought today I would show you how I went about making it and installing it. And I'm not going to show you how I installed it, but and then the results. So what I used was this cutting board. It's a 1/2 inch plastic, high density, and you definitely want the high density. And I'll show you how I took the spacer. When you remove the top hat of the strut, there's a little plastic piece, just real thin, like a piece of paper. I removed that, and I used that as a stencil for my how I wanted to lay it out. And you can see here, used a marker, traced it out. Now in this picture, when you use the corner like that, you will have to shape the corner the way the pattern goes. It won't fit. And I used a hole saw in the middle. In the front, you can use, I just used one that I had laying around, but you'll need to get one either that will be as big as that stencil to do the rears, or you can use a jigsaw with a fine-tooth blade and go real slow so it doesn't melt the plastic and go around. This is what the car looks like with the 3/4 inch lift with the stock wheels, which I kind of like the way it looked. It gave you a little more ground clearance. And so there's a video of kind of walk around. This does also have the 1-inch wheel spacers to give it a little bit wider stance. If you were going to keep the stock fenders, I wouldn't recommend you going a lot larger than the stock tire size. I think the stock tire size is like 22 3/4 inches diameter. You might be able to get away with like a 24-inch and not have too much rubbing. But this is what it looks like here, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the new wheels. All right, here she is all cleaned up. I just rinsed her off. She's getting really dusty, but the wheels are on. Got the 1-inch spacers, of course. The wheels are pretty big. They're it's a 215 65 15, and they're about 26 inches. And I did have to cut the rear fenders. They were rubbing when it was when you accelerate, and but it won't matter anyway. When I put the body kit on, of course, I'm gonna probably cut a lot more away, so I really have a lot more travel without it rubbing. And the only place in the front that's rubbing is these splash guards. I'm probably just gonna remove them and figure out something else, but it's really pretty fun to drive. I was expecting the acceleration to really suffer, but really it didn't at all. I like the gearing with the spread a little bit wider apart because of the bigger tires. You can really not have to shift quite as much, which I know a lot of people like to shift a lot, but I find it a little bit easier to just go and get up to speed quicker. So anyway, that's it. Get you some more views. Start tearing into the body a little bit more. Take the front bumper off and start fitting the Porsche body before too long. And these wheels, I don't think that blue is going to grow on me too much. I'm planning on painting them. And that's with a 3/4 inch lift. So if you don't want to cut the body a lot, then I definitely don't think that's going to be enough. You'll either have to go with a smaller size tire or go with the bigger lift. The Paco lift, I'm sure, is really great. I just didn't want it quite that tall for my plans. So All right, thanks a lot.